Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. I'm Sir Nick, and this is The Road to the Masters.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the home of the PGA Tour, we're at TPC Sawgrass for live second-round coverage of the Sawgrass Invitational. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Jordan Spieth is your leader. He's currently at 5 under. As for our featured golfer, this round could be a battle as they come in 3 shots below the projected cut line. This one starting a hair right.
And that is not a fairway hit. It's definitely gone into the rough. Certainly not the start everybody was expecting. Inexcusable.
This from 7 feet. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain at +4. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
The missed fairway at one didn't hurt him, but this, a much better tee shot as he is safely in the fairway. Had the distance right, just a tad offline. How about the chances for getting it up and down from that spot?
Yeah, it's not in the thick stuff, Rich, so that's advantage number one. Really, the lie's pretty good. I think it's a standard pitch.
A dead-on look here for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And that's a step in the right direction. He's going to need a few more of these as we go along, as he is 2 shots outside the cut line.
Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll hold steady at +3. Hole number 4 here at TPC Sawgrass. 384-yard par 4 deep fairway bunker to the right of the landing zone. You want to avoid that. What else is there to look out for, Frank?
Those huge mounds on the left, they're just as penal really as the bunker on the right. So this is one where you have to pick an object in the distance. Really focus on that.
Good smart play right here. If you're not positive you can clear it, you can't take on that water. And this will be just a short wedge in from there. Put himself in an excellent position. Keyboards, 88 yards. Really good opportunity here. Second shot. Well, as an old baseball announcer once said, going, going,
Gone.
goodbye. Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, all the pros will tell you the 5th here at TPC Sawgrass is all you want. Challenging at 471 yards. It's the longest par 4 on the golf course. We've already seen some narrow landing areas on these first few holes. Number 5, no different, and that is really a good tee shot there. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
He's got 117 yards to the front, 145 to the hole. Pin is in the left back portion of the green.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. A back right hole location here as he gets set for his 2nd to the par 4. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. And he'll remain right where he is. We now arrive at the 451-yard par 4 7th. Slight dogleg right with a seemingly endless fairway bunker and lateral water hazard running almost the entire length of the left side of the hole. Well, that is right and way offline.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
2nd shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, 122 left to the flag. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
Always a good shot in the rough, but now a chance for a birdie. So that's a good approach shot.
This will require the full attention. A huge swing left to right on this putt. Just trying to get it in there close. "14 feet to the hole. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Oh, off the flagstick. Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3, and he'll fall back now to 5 over par. We close out the front 9 with a 583-yard par 5, one of the most spectacular par 5s in golf. A lake and a bunker on the right and deep woods on the left. Stay out of that. This hole grows narrower as it unfolds. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Oh, just flawless right there. Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And he'll go out in 36. It's an even par front side. Similar to the first hole, the 10th is a relatively short par 4, 424 yards, but it requires accuracy and some strategy. You have to put your ball in the right place. You have dogleg left, you have trees on the right, and don't forget about that big bunker on the left-hand side.
Well, there's no doubt that ball deflected off the tree. Could have gone anywhere. So really, when you think about it, that first cut is fine.
That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, that's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end there with a flag in it, that's where you meant to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Safely in. Well, it's a par here at the 10th. And he'll stay right where he is. Hole number 11, 558-yard, par 5. Frank, players in attack mode here.
Yeah, just try and blitz it down there. There are other bunkers on the left to consider, but really, with that much fairway, this is a green light opportunity.
Going to work this up that left-hand side.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough. Decision time here at the par 5, and that lie really determines everything. Ball sitting on the pine straw. Just how far or how much can you get out of this lie?
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain right where he is. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358 yard, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway or the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Well, this looks really good. Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. Call it 27 feet remaining here. This for an eagle. Yeah, that's a good putt from there. A little short, but not too bad. From 4 feet for birdie. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. And he's going to need a little bit more of that, as he is still 2 shots outside the cut line on this Friday. Well, on this back 9 here at TPC Sawgrass, you know that the 17th as a par 3 gets all the attention. But don't forget about this 181-yard 13th. Really a beautiful little hole and plenty of trouble as well. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green.
Ball wasn't sitting too bad, rough not too long, good decision on the flop shot. More importantly, well played.
Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Frank challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
Well, bunkers are the name of the game here at 14, and that's going to end up in one of the smaller ones that dot this green. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Just beyond the hole. Super job there out of the bunker. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 449 yard, par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees. Big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
From the pine straw now, his second. Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot.
"19 feet away."
Nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at the par 3. And that won't help the cause one bit. Now to the par 5 16, 523 yards. And the key here, besides the obvious, good drive, solid second shot, is to not look too far ahead. But that's easier said than done, because as you get to that second shot, you can plainly see what's ahead, and that is the famous par 3 17 and the water to the right.
Well, somehow the ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage. I dare say a touch too aggressive. Trying to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. He was very ambitious. Look what's happened.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had to be thinking about making that kind of talent. He possesses the good hands. Beautiful shot right there, and that is an eagle. Frank, how early in the round are you thinking about the shot at 17?
Well, when you're playing well, you're pushing it ahead. Maybe you don't think about it till 14 or 15. If you're struggling, you might be thinking it early as the 5th or the 6th hole. But put it this way, when you make the walk from 16 to 17, you are thinking of it every inch of the way.
Oh, that's got to hustle. Oh, my goodness. Right after the eagle at 16, how do you follow it up? Tee shot in the lake here at the fabled 17th. That is started right, and that is trouble. Nope, that one is not going to find land either. It is a second tee shot into the lake at 17. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target. Well, that tee shot took some working out. The breeze was coming off the left, made the adjustment, and it is absolutely fine now. It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
Yeah, and it's a pretty makeable one. Little bit of break from left to right, really not a lot.
Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, so that will wind up the par at the last. That's going to be a second round, 73. So a disappointing end to the tournament for our featured golfer heading home following these 2 rounds after failing to make the cut.
Time for a little
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Banff Springs in Alberta, live opening round coverage of the Alberta Open. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. We've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. Frank, you and I talk about the variety of tracks that we find on the tour calendar every year. And this one, Banff Springs, different than any of the other courses. You've got the smell of the Canadian pines. We're at altitude. It is our one tournament of the year north of the border. I don't know about you, but this is a trip that I really look forward to every year.
Oh, Canadians just love their golf too, Rich, and I know they have more left-handers than just about any other golfing nation, but you're right, the beauty is just stunning, plus that altitude you referred to, nearly 5,000 feet. So that ball just goes forever, but I remember first going to Banff in the late 90s, and I was just absolutely in awe. The ice fields, it is a beautiful part of the world.
This could be a good one.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, 6-7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1. And that is hopefully a harbinger for the week ahead as he is very quickly to 1 under par. Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
Now a 7-footer. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain at 1 under par. Frank, how about the first par 5 of the golf course here at the third? Just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable.
That one up the right side. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
That second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the green side bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
Yeah, big explosion. Got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3.
Well, look at this hole, Frank. A par 3, 192 yards. It is beautiful.
It's called Devil's Cauldron, but with that lake, I think that should cool you down, not heat you up. Just keep an eye on that drop of elevation. For every 10 yards, you should reduce it by a club. So it's going to play some 50, 60 feet downhill.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. We turn to Nota Begay the third for this look at birdie.
Just has to get the ball started and it will work back to the right and toward the hole.
I'd call that so-so. I think you'd hope to get that a little closer. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll stay at 2 under.
Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close. Here we go.
Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 6th hole, reasonably short at 373 yards. A lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
And that is dead center right down the middle here to start the hole.
So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Yeah, that's well done. He's able to save his par. And he'll remain right where he is. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
This one working up the right side. Had the distance right, just a tad offline. How about the chances for getting it up and down from that spot?
Yeah, it's not in the thick stuff, Rich, so that's advantage number one. Really, the lie's pretty good. I think it's a standard pitch.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Ah, yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he'll move to 3 under here, just one shot off the lead.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay at -3.
Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of chute of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Oh, look out. That is way right. No fairway here. This one in that rough. Well, that can happen on a par 5. I mean, you let it rip on that second shot, trying to get it home in 2, and you end up just a little bit long.
Yeah, too much mustard. Obviously did not want to be short, but problem now comes from over the back.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. This would be a good way to finish off the front side. Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par.
Frank, we begin this back 9 with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
That was obviously well struck, but it came in a little too hot, and that one's going to run out and leave him a much longer birdie putt than he would have hoped for. No, that was never going to climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester coming up. Yeah, well done. That's in for par, and he'll remain at 4 under.
On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par, and he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Oh, that is way right. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. From the rough, we check in with Noda.
Looking at 112 yards to the front, 119 to the hole, pin just on the front edge.
Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings. That's just okay, I'd say, but he's left himself at least a chance at a par, Frank.
Come on, Rich. I mean, you're being too kind there. That's not ideal.
Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. So, a tough hole. That's in for bogey at 12. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you're going to have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
Okay, that's a good putt. It is in to save par. And he'll remain right where he is. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dogleg to the right with bunkers all over the place. The sort of, in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
128 is the number we're looking at. And that wind is herring from left to right, so you need to factor that in as you start this ball.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss-hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Ten-foot putt left. Yeah, that's well done. He's able to save his par. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways,
hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
Yes, well read there. That is in for par here at 15. And he'll remain right where he is.
Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
This one starting a little left off the tee. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Just 90 yards remaining here for his second into the par 4.
Well, Frank, this is a case where a par is going to feel like an eagle if he's able to get this done.
If he can just make it, just make this putt, then just, like, run to the next tee.
Oh, right on line all the way. It is a par here at 16. And he'll stay right where he is.
Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second.
This from about 10 feet.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of 2 things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Just 6 feet left for the birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And this will be an opening round 67 on the scorecard. Well done. One last look at the leaderboard, Frank. Our featured golfer down, but not out after day 1.